In the frozen heart of the Arctic, something fragile is hidden, breathing softly beneath the endless white silence. What could be small enough to survive here, yet precious enough to risk everything for? Deep beneath the ice lies a warm den, where a mother fox shelters her tiny cubs. These newborn creatures are utterly fragile, depending entirely on their family for warmth and gentle care. To feed his little family, the father fox must leave this safe and tender refuge. He steps into the bitter tundra alone, carrying the quiet weight of love and duty. The boundless snowfield stretches bleak and barren, where cold winds sweep through swirling grains of snow. The land seems lifeless, yet beneath the silence, hidden worlds stir within the frozen earth. The father fox is gifted with extraordinary hearing, a quiet power shaped by the wild. He tilts his head gently, rotating his ears, catching the faintest whispers beneath the snow. Below the icy layer hides the secret home of lemmings, small lives sustaining this frozen world. Their tiny rustles and the gentle vibrations they make never escape his sharp and patient senses. Lemmings are vital creatures of the tundra, quietly sustaining the fragile balance of polar life. They live underground all year, breeding and foraging, breathing quiet vitality into the barren land. Unaware of danger, they continue their daily lives, while a snow-white figure waits silently above. For the father fox, the entire silent snowfield becomes a vast and living three-dimensional map of sound. Every subtle movement marks a clear coordinate, guiding him toward a precise and gentle hunt. He silently calculates the snow's thickness and the perfect angle, carefully preparing his next gentle strike. On his first attempt, he gathers his strength and leaps high into the cold air. He draws a clean arc through the sky, then dives sharply down toward the snow. A soft thud falls, stirring only loose snow, while the hard icy shell stays unbroken. The hunt ends in quiet disappointment, a familiar moment in this harsh and unforgiving wilderness. In the Arctic, failure is common, and only patience and perseverance can grant true survival. Undeterred, he readjusts his posture, crouches low again, keeps his ears alert, and waits patiently and calmly. Composing himself once more, the father fox prepares to launch another powerful and carefully measured strike. He straightens his body and dives sharply, his claws easily piercing the soft snow layer. His nose lands exactly at the entrance of the lemming's tunnel, perfectly aimed at last. As fine snowflakes slide down his white fur, he reaches deep into the hidden burrow. With gentle precision, he finally and successfully catches a tiny lemming hidden within the frozen earth. The hunt succeeds at last, and quiet relief glimmers softly within his warm amber eyes. Snow dusts his nose and whiskers, a small victory earned through patience and tender devotion. This hard-earned prey eases the painful food shortage, threatening his fragile and beloved little family. Without delay, he dashes toward the den, his heart filled with longing for his cubs. With skilled instinct, he catches another prey, securing more precious hope for his family's survival. Yet peace never lasts long on the open ice field, where unseen danger always waits silently nearby. His striking white figure has already been spotted by Arctic wolves lurking behind the ice ridges. Masters of cooperative hunting, the wolves quietly close their ranks and advance step by step. A long howl cuts through the icy sky, marking the start of a desperate chase. Bitter winds sting his face with flying snow grains as the father fox runs for life. His paws tap crisply on the ice, leaving trails of snow, mist vanishing in the wind. True endurance champions, the wolves keep a steady pace, following closely and never falling behind him. The father fox weaves nimbly through the rugged ice ridges, straining every muscle to escape. The wolf's heavy footsteps and ragged breathing draw nearer and nearer with every passing moment. At this critical moment, he spots a narrow gap in the encirclement, his only chance. Summoning his last ounce of strength, he darts forward like a sudden flash of snow. He heads straight for the freezing waters at the very edge of the vast ice field. The frigid water, a forbidden zone for wolves, is now his only path to safety. Without a moment of hesitation, he leaps into the water, braving the piercing cold toward distant safety. This desperate gamble pays off, as the wolves halt abruptly at the frozen water's edge. They pace anxiously back and forth, yet dare not enter the deadly icy water below them. They watch helplessly as the fox drifts away with the waves, finally retreating into silence. Though free from the chase, the father fox now faces another severe and silent trial. Soaked to the bone, he struggles against the freezing cold, draining his fading body heat. Driven by a strong will to survive, he swims steadily toward the distant icy shore. With great difficulty, he reaches the ice and slowly climbs ashore, exhausted yet quietly unyielding. His fur is soaked and heavy, clinging with snow. slowly numbing his weary, trembling limbs. He shakes his body repeatedly, scattering water droplets before they freeze and harm his skin. For the sake of his family, he presses forward step by step, despite utter exhaustion. After braving snowstorms and countless dangers, he stumbles back toward the warm and waiting den, still carrying the chill of the polar wilderness. His weary body longs for tender warmth. He nestles gently beside his family, the cold slowly melting into quiet and loving warmth. Defying every hardship, he guards his fragile cubs with unyielding perseverance and tender, endless love. The mother fox watches him quietly, her gentle eyes filled with gratitude and silent understanding. The tiny cubs press against their father, sensing the warmth and safety he has brought. Outside the den, the cold snowstorm continues, yet within these walls, only gentle peace remains. His amber eyes slowly close, the exhaustion of the long journey finally giving way to rest. In the warmth of family, every wound and every fear seems to gently fade away. This is the quiet strength of a father, written in patience, courage, and silent devotion. Across the vast frozen Arctic, countless such silent stories unfold beneath the endless drifting snow. Each family fights quietly for survival, bound together by warmth in a world of ice. The Arctic fox endures, not through power, but through patience, tenderness, and unbreakable family love. As night falls softly, the snowfield glows pale beneath a quiet and endless polar sky. Tomorrow, the father fox must again face the cold, the hunger, and the lurking dangers. But tonight, surrounded by his family, he finally rests in warmth, safe, and at peace. What new trials will the dawn bring to this small and fragile family of survivors? Will the cubs one day learn the same courage their father carries within his gentle heart? The icefield keeps its secrets, holding countless untold stories beneath its vast and silent white. And somewhere in that endless cold, a tender guardian still watches over his sleeping family. His story is one of love stronger than ice, and warmth deeper than any winter. In the heart of the frozen Arctic, the tender guardian's quiet legend continues, unseen yet eternal. Love breaks all rules. Follow for more wild, heartfelt moments.